Chinese.
Hi,
How you doing?
fine, and you? Oh,
Astrid. She didn't. Uh, she wasn't able to come before. Mario Gomez here. Let's add the people. Ah, good Chinese. I can see you now.
mm,
This is Chinese samurai.
yeah.
Miss Professor Stark growing a beard. How are you?
Fine, Mr. Stark. And
How was
you?
your weekend? I'm fine. I'm amazing. Look at this.
And you, Chinese?
It was so great because of the Super Bowl.
Was it?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It was so boring and dull. And I mean, it's amazing how Kansas didn't even play.
Yeah.
And I hate Brady. I really hate him. He's just the stupidest guy I ever seen. He's kind of the definition of jerk. No, I mean, he's a great player. He's, I mean, one of the best in the modern era of the sport, of the game. And undoubtedly, he proved a point by going to the Buccaneers, who are the Puebla of the NFL, and being champion. Okay, that was totally amazing. Like, I mean, wow. Chiquita,
Hi,
how are you doing?
could you give me access to be amphitryon?
Mm,
Or are you recording right now?
I am recording, but you can record even when you are not.
No, I can't.
Okay. Yeah, but I need to share the screen and do stuff. So we can't both be amphitrons. Hey, Astrid.
Hi,
How are
how
you?
are you? Fine, thanks.
We miss you.
Me too.
So good. Naye. Naye.
Hi.
I think we have most of the people here. So I'm going to say something. 5th of November. Do you know what is celebrated the 5th of November?
How is it called? The guy, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Guy
The
Fawkes?
bonfire?
That
The
one.
bonfire? Okay.
Yeah.
Has a lot of things to do with that. Do you know anything about that? Were you able to read a bit about the text I sent you?
Yeah, they celebrate the failure of the Bon Sepake.
O sea, so they celebrate the failure of
Yeah.
okay, of a movement. What do you think of the word revolution? Okay.
Sometimes it's a way to achieve something or to make something, well, let something change.
Yeah, I totally think so. Okay, I'm going to share the screen with 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 the text, so you can help me, guys, read. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay, good. So, okay, it says the bonfire. The bonfire night is celebrated all over Britain. but the village of Loose Pots puts on the most spectacular display. It includes burning an effigy of the 16th century Pope Paul V. Okay, so I know this might be boring. This is a political and a religious story, and I think those are the two most difficult topics to discuss. Okay, but let's focus on language here, and let's discuss whatever you want. So, okay, como novatada, Astrid. Okay, can you see? Let me
Yes.
try. Okay, it's better, right? Okay.
Yes.
So, bonfire night, a burning tradition. In November, Great Britain celebrates one of the most traditional nights, the Guy Fawkes Night. All over the country, bonfires burn, remembering a failing attempt. Okay, yeah, they celebrate something that they failed to achieve. Okay, and in history, you have to read a lot to really understand what this is, but let's just read the text. Astrid, can you start with this month?
Yes. This month, British children sing Remember, Remember, the 1st of November. Why is this date important? It's Guy Fawkes night or simple bonfire night, a celebration of the capture of Guy Fawkes. Fawkes was an Catholic rebel in
1605.
1605. The attempt to dynamite the House of Lords and kill King James I in the infamous gunpowder
plot. Okay, we will return to pronunciation and meaning of some words. I know some words are difficult for you guys. Chinese, continue, please.
Yeah, the Pope. The most spectacular bonfire night celebrations take place in Lewis,
Sussex,
in southeast England. In most places around Britain, people burn an effigy or guy that represents Guy Fawkes. Sorry?
Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes. Yeah. How do you pronounce that?
Luz.
Uh-huh. In Luz, they burn they burn an effigy of Pope Paul V.
The fifth.
The fifth. There are 6 bonfire societies in the town. They parade through the streets, dressed as smugglers, and I can see, and pioneers with burning torches. They carry effigies of Pope Paul V, Guy Fawkes, and modern day figures like Bin Laden and George Bush, to 6 enormous bonfires.
Okay. Mario.
Yeah. A penny for the Guy bonfire nights is celebrated throughout Britain. Children make a guy, then carry in around their town and escort people for money. they buy fireworks or sweets. A penny for the guy they shot on bonfire night. They put the guy on top of the bonfire and burn it while fireworks explode in the sky. Why is November 5 so important in Lewis? Is correct? Lewis?
Lose?
Lewis, sorry. In 1553, Mary became Queen of England. She wanted to restore the Catholic Church to England. Lewis people still commemorate the 17 Protestant
Martyrs.
martyrs. Queen Mary burned at the stake because they refused to renounce to Protestant
Faith.
faith. Sorry.
Okay. Naye.
Protestant movement. Bonfire Night was originally an angry anti-Catholic protest and there were often hosts.
Riots. Sí, no se ve muy
Okay.
bien la foto. Riots.
There were often riots. Then effigy,
The effigy.
the effigy that people burned on their bonfires was People Paul, not Guy Fawkes. By the early 19th century, no one celebrated the night anymore. However, Catholic emancipation in Britain became a strong movement, and there were protests around the country. Bonfire nights became popular again, especially in Luz, once more the scene of dangerous riots.
Okay.
Fortunately,
Continue.
Fortunately, today there is an carnival atmosphere in Luz on Bonfire Night. The entire site closes for the spectacular parades, music, and banners.
Okay. So, first, let's go. Now, let's continue. Pancho.
The gunpowder plot. Guy Fawkes was a soldier and a member of a group of Catholic extremists who wanted to restore Catholicism to England. They planned to blow up the Houses of Parliament during a government session with King James I in 1605. They put 36 barrels of dynamite in the cellars below the building and waited for the kings to arrive. One of the conspirators, however, warned a friend in the government not to attend the session, and the plow was discovered. The king's guards broke into the cellars and arrested Guy Fawkes, and his friends. They were tortured and executed.
Okay, tortured and executed. Thank you. And okay, I think we have someone else. Bren.
What's a bonfire? It is a large outdoor fire. The word bonfire is a contraction of bonfire. It originates from the Celtic festival in Samhain, in which animal bones are burned to protect the community from evil spirits. The practice is still common in Ireland, where bonfires are lit at Halloween and Midsummer. Britain's Guy Fawkes Night probably plays similar celebrations in many parts of the country.
Okay. Now, Chiquita, The glossary, please.
Bonfire, guy, or Leo. Do I read in Spanish?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Bonfire, hoguera, guy, imagen, figura, smuggler, contrabandista, burning torch, antorcha encendida, throughout Britain, por toda Gran Bretaña, fireworks, fuegos artificiales, to be burned at the stake, ser quemado en la hoguera, stake, estaca, palo, to refuse, negarse, riot, disturbio, banner, estandarte, to blow up, hacer volar, cellar, sótano.
Okay, first of all, I want to apologize for the quality of my scan and choosing Nayeli, the blindest person in the class, to read the part which was less visible. So, okay, first, problems in vocabulary, another word that you didn't understand.
Effigy,
Effigy es como una pequeña estatua. An effigy is a representation, okay? Like a monito that you stuff and you dress him and you give him a mask. Some others. Okay, let's go through this. When you were reading, remember TH sounds different than in Spanish. Catholic. In English, you say Catholic. Dynamite. Okay. Infamous. Gunpowder plot. Okay. Sussex, loose. Southeast England. Effigy or guy. Okay, aquí está confuso porque guy in this, it's like a monito, but guy is the name of our main character, Guy Fawkes. Okay, his last name, Fawkes. Okay, bonfire societies, smugglers, okay? You remember what is a smuggler?
Ratero, okay.
Contrabandista, okay?
¿Era qué? ¿Contrabandista?
Yeah. In fact, smuggle is
Ampón.
a verb. Okay, you smuggle something into the country. You can smuggle drugs into Mexico. You can smuggle, you see? What else? Bin Laden, bonfire, six enormous. Okay, you see this kind of tradition for the kids is like pedir calaverita, no? A penny for the guy. Okay. 5th of November is important. Queen England refused. Protestant faith. Okay. On fire. Something. Catholic emancipation. Strong movement. So no more problems in vocabulary, everybody? Okay, if there is no problem in vocabulary, now tell me, guys, what do you think of the text? What is it about?
It's about a tradition.
Yeah, it's a tradition. Okay, a British tradition. Do you know what is the main religion in England, in the UK?
The
Protestants. And why?
Protestants, Catholic.
So they are mainly Catholic, but Protestants. Why? Do you know why? No?
No.
Do you know the story of Anne Boleyn? Okay, Anne Boleyn was such a beautiful woman that charmed the king, who was already married to Catalina de Aragon. So Catalina de Aragon wasn't able to give him babies. And this new girl, Anne Boleyn, charms the king and makes him divorce Catalina de Aragon, which was not allowed by the Catholic Church. So this king decides to create his new church, where it was allowed to be separated. So that's why they changed to a Protestant faith. Okay, you should watch that movie. It's very good. It's Anna Boleyn is played by Natalie Portman. Check it. It was the two sisters, and Scarlett Johansson is Mary Boleyn. Very good movie. But anyway, so they changed to Protestant. So this idea was to change back to the Catholic Church. Okay, they wanted to kill the king and restore the Catholic faith. Okay, destroying the Protestant faith, because let's be honest, there wasn't a very good reason to change. Just because one man fell in love with another woman was not a big reason enough to change the whole country's religion, right? But anyway, I mean, this part is boring. But why do you think it is still celebrated today? I mean, like Astrid, many kids are part of the celebration. They love it. They're always November, the 5th of November. No, sorry. Remember the 5th of November. It's like chanting something. Why do you think it's so funny? Why do you think it's still celebrated? You don't know, you don't care?
I think that it's just for fun, because it's like our customs. Some kids they don't know what meaning or what are we doing to celebrate that.
I agree. Many people don't really. Yes, I said just in a second. Many people don't even know why they celebrate things. Sometimes they're just having fun, and it's cool, and they have bonfires, and they can do stuff, and wow, it's amazing. Astrid, what do you think?
If you know if the kids over there wear costumes?
I don't think, yeah, costumes, but not like in Halloween, Astrid. They only wear smuggler's costumes and one kind of mask, which is the mask of Guy Fawkes. It's really funny. It's really funny. And I am gonna show you something funnier, because I think you are all falling asleep. Have you seen the movie V for Vendetta? ¿Han visto la película V de Venganza? Nobody? Somebody? Okay. Let me share with you. Okay. This one.
God, no, please don't do this. I'll go home. I won't do it again. I swear, please.
What do you think?
Okay. Okay, my computer is getting slow, like me.
Everything in life is a negotiation. When you cross the street is a negotiation. Getting your coffee.
I wish I wasn't afraid all the time, but I am.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Those caught in violation of curfew will be prosecuted without leniency or exception.
It's past curfew, you know.
Mercy. Oh, not tonight.
Who are you?
Gentlemen, I want this terrorist found, and I want him to understand what terror really means.
We're working on several leads.
Her parents were detained when she was 12.
It was like those black bags erased them from the face of the earth.
You have one chance. You must tell us the whereabouts of Codename V.
If our own government was responsible for the deaths of 100,000 people, do you really want to know?
Those who are responsible will be held accountable. The time has come for you to live without fear.
I'm ready.
This country stands on the edge of oblivion. I want everyone to remember why they need us.
Kill him.
My turn. I suddenly had this feeling that everything was connected. We're all part of it. Are we ready for it?
The only verdict is vengeance.
Okay, guys. So have you seen the movie? Anybody? Nobody?
No.
Nobody?
No.
Is this movie appropriate for me?
I think it could be boring for you, okay? But it's not inappropriate. It's not.
Okay.
It's an
Thank
action
you.
movie. Yeah, but I think maybe wait a few years for you to really enjoy it. Well, this movie, as you could see, is based on the story of Guy Fawkes. The Mask. Did you see The Mask? That is the mask of Guy Fawkes. Okay, and the clothes are the clothes of a smuggler. Okay, in those times, wearing a cloak like that was easy for you to conceal objects and save objects and not being discovered. Okay, but this one goes to another time, and this person starts a revolution based on the ideas of Guy Fawkes. Okay, because he wants to restate a new order. Okay, I know this might be pretty boring for you, but it's a very good movie, and honestly, you should watch it. If you haven't watched it, it's something you should really enjoy. And you know how I like my my kinetic typography. He gives you a lot of good messages, I think, which is the part that I think is appropriate for everybody, even for you, Astrid.
Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
So that's his name. B. As Chiquita said in the previous lesson, V. V. Okay? How many words with a V did you understand? Do you understand, for example, voracious?
No.
Voracious is very similar to Spanish.
Voraz?
Exactly. Okay. Vicious.
For example, Boach, the Boach.
Okay. Do you understand that?
No.
No.
Okay. To vouch for someone is to respond for someone, to be responsible for someone. Okay. It comes from French language. Of course, vicious is like an adjective that, for example, someone, okay, I mean, no, not someone, a lion ate a zebra very viciously. Yeah, it was difficult to see. Let's say vice. Well, vice, the prefix vice to anything comes vice, no? Like vice president.
Vice president.
Exactly. For example, van, it's like a truck. Okay, vermin, nothing. Vermin is insects, maggots, lots of them. Okay. Well, it's really nice. You know how I like my bees and my kinetic typographies, because even though you are like very busy, well, they show you how things are written. And you will find in the movie his name is B, not because it's B, but because it's 5, the 5th of November. Okay, and that's very cool. You should really watch that movie. This one, vigilant, of course, but it's not like in Spanish. No, it's not a person. Okay, to be vigilant is to be attentive, to be observing someone. Okay, virtuous, like all of you. A verdict. Okay, that's totally like in Spanish. Vengeance and vendetta. Those two are synonyms. Of course, vendetta is taken directly from the Italian vendetta. You see? And it means vengeance, venganza, the same. Okay? I don't know what votive is. Can anybody help me Google it? Vain, of course, vano. Don't say things in vain, no digan cosas en vano. Value, veracity, vindicate. That's very similar to Spanish, but in Spanish we say reivindicar. Okay. And it's very.
It says votivo, but I don't know how is votivo even in Spanish.
In Spanish es que es ofrecido por voto, promesa, del voto, promesa o relacionado con él.
Okay, like a promise, say. Held as a votive, held as a promise, maybe. Okay, very good. And this one, there is another one.
I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Well, I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation. I'm merely remarking upon the paradox of asking a masked man who he is.
Oh, right.
But on this most auspicious of nights, permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest the character of this dramatis persona. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the...
Okay. I think the rest is the same. Yeah. Okay.
Sure they will say so. I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Well, I can see that.
Of course you can. I'm not questioning your powers of observation. I'm merely remarking upon the paradox of asking a masked man who he is.
Oh, right.
But on this most auspicious of nights, permit me then, in lieu of the more commonplace sobriquet, to suggest the character of this dramatis persona. Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate. This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the vox populi, now vacant, vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V.
Are you like a crazy person?
I'm quite sure they will say so.
So he's a crazy person, right? Did you like the first? I mean, I really like this his speeches in the movie. They are very good. They're very enlightening, and they give you lots of ideas. And yeah, I stand by the thing I said. Maybe Astrid, you'd enjoy it, but yeah, and give it a few years. It's I mean too complicated even for me to understand. But the first time I saw this movie, it was amazing. Obviously, because I'm always a ñoño of the language, and I love the way he speaks, and I love the way he uses his words. And well, the point he makes, okay, who are you? Isn't it the biggest question psychology has ever had? Who are you, people? Who are you, Karen? Who are you, Mario? Who are you, Chiquita? Who are you, Nayeli? And he says, well, who is just a form of the question, what? Which is, I'm a man in a mask, so I'm a man in glasses. That's pretty much what I am. Okay, and yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed this. And obviously, this one is based, okay, on this story that we just read. Let's switch. This, I think it's the same.
Voila! In view, a humble vaudevillian veteran.
Okay. Okay. Now.
They will be revenged. I have plotted the murder.
Sorry. A few years ago, they made a series by the BBC.
Carlos y yo comemos bien. Nos gusta.
Hold on a second. I really need to restart this shit.
They will be revenged.
Yeah. Now, a few years ago, they made this series really more historically accurate about the story of who Guy Fawkes was. Okay, the plot to kill the king, the things that he made, and the people he had to convince to make it happen. Okay, but in the end, as we know, he didn't get what he wanted. Watch this trailer.
My name is disgraced. My friends and family are hunted down like dogs.
They will be revenged. I have plotted the murder of the king.
Enough!
We are hunted.
Tell me where he is.
What you intend is murder.
I am not alone.
I am Thomas Winter.
My name is Guy Fawkes.
I am Robert Catesby. And I will blow the king to hell.
Gunpowder on BBC One.
My wife is dead. My name disgraced. My friends and family tortured and hanged. We must strike at the root. Fawkes will light the fuse. And I, Robert Catesby, will blow the king and all his men to hell.
So this is kind of the series about what really happened. Okay, I mean, he didn't do it alone. And also, in those times, it was not like now. Like, you want to be a Catholic, you're a Catholic, and that's your problem. You want to be a Protestant, you can be a Protestant. You want to be a Jedi, you can be a Jedi. Okay, but in those times, they were prosecuted and killed for being any religion that was not the dominant. Okay, so this one was very that's why this revolution happens, not just because no I want to no, because they were killed just for that. A lot of people mention Second World War, but this one is very similar. I mean, they were exterminated like vermin, as they say. Okay, and let's see if this other no. Okay, you guys, tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of this kind of celebrations. Do we have something similar in Mexico to celebrate? Not really, right? Yeah, that's
Maybe so in December, born a devils with politic figures, with like adults. After to, not remember exactly the date, but I think it's in December.
Okay, I didn't know that celebration actually. Okay, I know that in Halloween nowadays people disguise as famous people as politic figures, but not really that one.
Yeah, it's not exactly, but in Eastern, well, I've been in Jerez, Zacatecas.
Exactly.
They burn evils, but they use figures as presidents or Trump, and But it's the opposite, because in this case you are celebrating the Catholic religion, and I think that the other parade or celebration, it was against religion. Well, not exactly, but it was something against religion, so it's not the same, but the burning out things, it's the same, I think.
Okay. Yeah. The burning.
They burn like a Judas.
Yeah, the burn of Judas.
There is an event in the US which is called Burning Man, and I mean I think that's what everybody was meaning. They now they are just having fun. I don't think they are really celebrating any religion or anything, but just the day, and a day that maybe the people stood up to their government and tried to do something different, right? Okay, and I think that's cool. I think that's interesting to see that, as Chinese said at the beginning of the session, that sometimes it's the only way to to be heard. Okay, and it's really interesting. What else? Okay, so you're going to watch the movie.
Sorry.
What?
Pancho?
Sorry, no, the celebration it's in many towns in Eastern. I just been in Jerez, but I think it's in San Luis and Querétaro and other places.
Yeah, and in the text they say that in Halloween in Ireland and stuff, they also burn stuff and figures like that. So no, I haven't seen any of those, but I mean that's how traditions are started. For example, we have to look at and glorify to our saint, Mr. 007, who created the Calaveras parade in the center of city, because that didn't happen before the movie was played. And now we have a new celebration, or a new way to celebrate our Dia de Muertos by bringing, have you seen big calaveras masks, or huge calaveras in a parade, which also, as I remember, you were having some issues pronouncing. So it's parade. Yeah, what you do is to parade, to walk, and everything. So other parades here in Mexico?
It's not a parade, but in Jalapa, Veracruz, there is a tradition at the end of the year. They burn an old man, an elderly man that represents the year. So they sing around all the streets, and they keep money or ask for money, and yeah, well, it's so representative to burn all the energies and all the situations that happens during the year. And this is the new year, so there's a new man also.
I imagine that for 2020 it was a big burn.
Yeah.
A lot of things to burn in the 2020. Okay. Any other traditions that you know from your pueblos or anything that we might not?
Yeah, I remember in Tultepec, the structure in Spanish is called the castillos, but, while the people exactly pull the dancing balls, and Tultepec, I think, is the land of the fireworks. Big problem, but yes.
Every year they die in Tultepec because of the production of fireworks. People die, so you have your fireworks. So enjoy them, okay? Enjoy them, people. Stop criticizing the firework. Anyway, more celebrations, fun celebrations. For example,
in Tulyehualco, it's so funny, but well, I think it's not it's a tradition, but it's probably a modern tradition. On 2nd of November, all the, how do you say panteon?
Graveyards?
Cemetery? Okay.
Graveyards.
The cemetery is a tradition that the people goes to the cemetery, but in that night, all the men get dressed like a woman.
Yeah.
So it's so weird that you can see your neighborhoods, your friends, your cousins getting dressed, but like a woman. So it's rare. And the last 2 years, I saw an animal. It's like I forgot the name. Well, they're like pigs.
¿Alebrije? No.
Sorry?
¿Alebrije?
No. The real animal.
Lechon?
Yeah, like a lechon or rumiant.
Armadillo, no va.
Un rumiante. Esa fue la palabra en español.
That I don't even know in Spanish.
Rumiante, como una vaca, like a cow, but the other gender. the male of cow. Well,
Un
so
toro?
yeah, exactly.
Bull?
On the street, so it was dangerous, especially because there are people, children on streets. But yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
bit
it only happens in Mordor.
tradition. Yeah, but it's only in Tullehualco, and there are depends of the village or the colon. How do you say colonia?
Yeah, well, the
Well,
big
Neighborhood?
the neighborhood where
neighborhood
you live.
could be
There,
town.
yeah, the town where you live. There is the locus of that. So
The
it's like
locust. Yeah, in the comic it happens the same, and they go to the center, to the Zocalito, and you start seeing people there. Like, come on, what's okay? You see a lady with such big shoes and very strong. Okay, so it's very difficult. Okay, Astrid, maybe you can tell us about one of the traditions or celebrations in the United States when you were there, in Michigan or in Los Angeles. You are in mute.
Thanksgiving, they celebrate Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Did you like it? Thanksgiving.
Yes, it was fun.
What did you do?
I
Or what does people normally do there? Thanksgiving is the celebration with the eggs. No, that's Eastern, right?
no, yes. It's
Thanksgiving, you eat turkeys and you watch the games.
No, I didn't do that.
Oh, but what did you do? Was there in the school or a play or something? You did something in the school?
No, but with my mom's friends, there was a food.
Turkey? Did you eat turkey?
No.
Okay, just I remember that's one of the most traditionals. Okay, and Astrid and everybody, what do you prefer, Halloween or Dia de Muertos? Okay, todos los que
Día de
hablan.
Muertos. Día de
Okay.
Muertos.
Día de Muertos.
De muertos.
Puro
Día de
coco aquí.
Sí. Recuérdame. Because I just remember you. Now, I mean, talking about Coco, that's a great movie. I mean, we see it as just normal, but just imagine boys from Germany learning about the Dia de Muertos, boys from Finland learning about the Dia de Muertos in such a marvelous way. I mean, imagine Astrid from Australia, who doesn't even know Mexico exists. But then she sees the movie and she says, I want to go to Mexico. That's so cool. And they have bread and chocolate and everything. I mean, amazing, right? I mean, countries.
Also the history is great. The humor, it's
It's amazing.
Like our country, like us.
Yeah, it's very well done because it's not like that classical gringa movie talking about Mexican guys, no? Like totally wrong. No. I mean, even the town, you know that it's based on Guanajuato, right? So the town is very nice. Everything about the tradition is so cool. Okay, I mean,
iconic. Also the characters. Everybody has Coco, so it's like the mandil and
they use la chancla. Did you see they use la chancla? That happens when we are bad guys in Mexico. We use our moms use the chancla voladora and they always hit it. Okay, tienen mucho tino. Okay, so in general, okay, what other celebrations do we have in Mexico? Independence Day just happened Dia de la Candelaria? What is the tradition in Dia de la Candelaria?
To eat tamales.
Tamales. Okay, that's the only thing you remember, right?
Yes.
And our belly also reminder.
Yeah, our belly remembers it. Okay, our body remembers it. Did you eat tamales this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't have tamales this time. It was like really awful. I just had a tamal today. What do you prefer, oaxaqueño or guajolota?
Oaxaqueño.
Guajolota.
Guajolota.
Honestly, the
Guajolota
oaxaqueños.
fried.
Right, okay. There is nothing fatter. No hay nada más gordo que eso.
It did exist?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't eaten it.
I haven't seen it. And tasted
Also, Astrid, you know the tamales de, ¿cómo se llama? De gansito, no? There is a place where they...
Yeah, with chocolate,
Exactly.
like a bird.
Yeah,
It's a crazy...
I haven't tried it, but I have tried tamales of Nutella.
¿Tamales de qué?
Nutella.
Ah, Nutella tamales.
Nutella,
Nutella.
sí.
Okay, it's becoming like kind of the crepes, right? But did you know that if you ask for, there are famous restaurants in Paris that they sell tamales as a gourmet meal? And they serve it in a plate, and it's amazing, okay? And it's very expensive. Y ustedes aquí menospreciándolos, okay? Then what's
They drink the atole in a cup.
Okay. Except no. They don't have a toilet, but that would be nice, no? Like with the pinky up. What coming? The St. Valentine's Day, right? Okay. Well, what is the tradition there? I like your faces because okay. What is really the tradition? It's supposed to be friendship and love, not only love, right? But don't say that tradition. Remember that Astrid's here. But the other traditions, I mean, normally you go have dinner, you bring flowers to somebody that you love, or what else?
Chocolates, cards.
Chocolates, cards.
Balloons.
That's one of the most important ones, and I was forgetting about that. I'm going to ask you to do that for as homework, to write a Valentine's card for a member of the group. Okay? It's going to be so nice. You will see. The task is going to be amazing. You will like it. Okay? But yeah, it was kind of the first part, right? The sending a card to someone. Okay? You remember that? Even in Gringolandia, I remember, or I think, it is like you don't say who sent it, but you just put it in a specific place. For example, for Astrid, did you receive any?
Secret friend?
Sorry?
Like a secret friend?
Yeah, totally, like a secret friend. Did you have you received any Valentine's card, Astrid? Or did you receive any? No?
No.
Yeah. But I mean, they do it as part of the school sometimes. You have to like write something to your friends or everything. So that's so cool. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And next, February 14.
In school, we have some parades of spring.
Ah, yeah, the spring parade. I was
spring parade. Yes.
And I was remembering carnivals, the Brazil carnival, the Mexico carnival, but yeah, the the Springs Parade in Mexico is amazing, right? We all dress like flowers and we have to walk since we were from the kindergarten. Okay, and that's amazing, right? Well, now due to the pandemics, it was impossible, but also another tradition for grown-ups is that you go to Teotihuacan, no? And charge energy. Sun. Okay, well, the thing today was about talking about traditions and stuff. I hope you have enjoyed reading the text, okay? I'm going to be sending you, well, one of the main parts for today was reading, right? Reading is something very important or as important as watching videos or anything else. Chinos have been sending some magazines. When the class finishes, I will send you a magazine, okay, for you to read, and I will write to you which articles I want you to read for the next class so we can discuss, right? Okay, today was about reading. Wednesday is going to be about speaking. So I want you to read and bring in some points for you to discuss with your classmates, right? You ready? And another homework. Para ustedes sí estaría We have been here for almost a month. Ya llevamos más o menos un mes de clases, okay? So what I want you to do is go to the Facebook page as I asked in the general group and make a comment or complain about the services of Checkmate, something to make us improve, okay? But I want you to try to do it in English, please. Okay, I will send the post so you can do it. You know, you have to go to the reviews part and write something there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for today's. I hope you have enjoyed it. See you Wednesday. Never change, you're worth 1,000. Welcome back, Astrid.
Thank you.
You're amazing. Camera, never change. Pancho, we didn't see you today.
Yeah, I have too much work.
Yeah.
But I do my best.
Yeah, very good, Pancho. See you, everybody.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Good night, everyone.
Good night,
Astrid.
Bye.
Bye.